Hello everyone, my name is Winston. Today I'm going to show you the drag and drop functionality in React.js, and at the same time I will use this opportunity to showcase my portfolio. First, you will see that this is a Windows 95 theme, and I achieved it using a library called React-95, which is a CSS framework. And you can check the different style for each component. And in order to achieve the drag and drop functionality, I use a library called react-draggable. And when I first learned about it, I tried the example first and to pick the one that I need. So for Windows, you can only move the windows when you are dragging the bar, so you only drag the bar, but you can't drag here. And if you try to drag from the button, you will not drag, so you only can drag if you touch the blue area. So from the example here, which would be this one, so it's drag. So in order to learn how to achieve it, you can change from this. So here you can see the strong. If you assign where you want to drag as a strong element, then you'll be able to drag it. So here it's the same. So we look at the welcome and draggable, handle, strong. And strong is here. So when you drag, you have the welcome to Windows and the buttons, so you can drag it. You may be surprised that why the buttons are within the strong element, it still couldn't be dragged. The reason is I have used a method called stopPropagation. This is a very important method if you want to improve the user experience for the drag and drop functionality. So stopPropagation here and here. So if you remove it, you'll be able to drag. So if you have this, you'll not be able to drag. And another thing I want to mention is, so here for the draggable library, they have pops called bounds. What does it mean? At first I didn't know what it means. I just try and copy and paste only. But then after I've spent hundreds of hours on this draggable library, I have done some exploration. So what is bonds? So we need to get the bonds. Bonds. Yes, here. So if the bond is string, in this case body, if it's not parent, then it will use a query selector to get it. So the bonds body, what does it mean? It means the draggable effect can be achievable within the boundary of body. So let me find the body here. So here is the body element. You can only move within the confines of the body element. And the body element, where is it? Body element is here. This is very weird because the height of the HTML is shorter than the page itself. So when you first try to drag it, it will first teleport. The reason is because you can only be moved within the confines of the body, which is up above. So I drag it, so it will go back to the body. So here, so it says body here, so you cannot move any outside of the body. And it's the same, so body here, you cannot move outside of the body because the body here is here. And another method that's very important for drag and drop is the prevent default. So when I'm using Chrome, when you are at the top of the view, so if you are using a simulator, so when you are at the top of the view, and when you touch move and drag down, but because this is not Chrome, this is Safari, so when you drag down, it will refresh if you're using Chrome. So therefore, I need to set the event prevent default to improve the user experience. Because I remember when I first built portfolio without this code, sometimes by mistake I will refresh the page, which is quite annoying. Another thing, well, before I go deep further, let's refresh the portfolio, and you can see the animation here. Oh, and also, if you don't know the username, you can click the help button to see it. And if you put the wrong username or password, you have this effect, which is use spring. Let me have a look. Use spring, so it will shake. And I also use the use spring in another case, which I will show you later. So it's in, okay. So here you can see I have a skeleton effect. I believe Windows Live 5 doesn't have it, but I just have it on my MacBook because I've been using MacBook a lot recently, so I want to mimic some effect. So now it's here. Oh, but you see this is blue. The skeleton is blue instead of gray. Why? It's gray color. Oh, I know why. It's because the active window is not desktop. When it's desktop, the skeleton should be blue, like this. Oh yeah, so okay. I will fix this in my portfolio, and I think it's an easy fix. So I guess when you watch this video, maybe I've already fixed it. So another thing, okay, I will show you the skeleton. So this is the skeleton for the desktop, and I have the icons here. So for the icons, I have icon that can draggable, and at the same time I have a skeleton that cannot be dragged, and I have the position for the skeleton icon. So you may have noticed that for all those draggable elements, they all are absolute position. And I use a map function to produce icons, which is here, icon, object icon. So I get this from here. So I have set. So I have all the attributes for each of the tasks and icon. Okay, another thing. So this is the music app, and you can see this is also the use spring effect, and you can play music here. And next song, I'm not sure if you can hear any music, but I don't think so. And if you can hear it, I may have trouble for the what is it called? Copyright issue. So here there is a use spring, but also I noticed that if it is on mobile device, when I drag it, and with this animation, it will keep blinking. Therefore, I have stopped the animation if it is on mobile device. I guess that blinking issue is due to the processing power of my mobile device. So here, if I drag, it will stop. It will stop. And another thing I want to talk about is for good user experience, using setTimeOut is important, because with your finger, when you click it, I don't want it immediately close. I want people to know that what button they have clicked, so I set a delay using setTimeOut, so like this, so you can see that this is what you have been clicking. And setTimeOut is here. And another thing I want to talk about is when you have the, so you can drop the icon to the result bin by here, or you can drop it into the window here. How do I achieve it? I need to use the use web, and also use the getBoundingClientRect. What it is? And also I use a teleport behavior. Actually, it's just an illusion. Teleport. I have this function. So bin wet is this bin react. If it is clientX, so the mouse, the touch point clientX. So if this is outside of the window, recycle bin window, then the desktop button will be visible again. So here it will be visible again, and then when you put it, it will become hidden. How do I achieve it? Actually, this icon is not the same as this one, so they are two separate elements. They actually have another icon here, but I have just set it hidden, and this is visible. So when you drag it within this boundary, this one will become hidden, and this one will become visible. So this is just an illusion only. This is to trick your brain. And what else? And I also need to calculate the position of the icon, so that when you drag it and drop it, it will exactly appear in the same position here. So how do I achieve it? So I need to have the client X and client Y, and also the .x .y. So I mean the icon .x and the icon Y. So if this is about this icon, the X property refers to distance from here 0 to here. This is Y and this is X. So I also need to consider which point I drag the icon. So here I drag here, it will come down here. So I need to calculate the distance between this touch point and this touch and X and X here. So client X here and here, I'll need to consider the distance between these parts so that I can achieve a seamless user experience. Yeah, teleporting icon. I need to icon drag point. I need to. This is what I was talking about. The icon drag point is where I start dragging. So if I drag from here, the distance will be that long. If I drag here, it will be that long. If I drag from here, it will be 0 because I'm talking about this icon .x versus the client X. So I need to consider it when I drag it. Another point I need to mention is, oh yes, so you have this draggable, and it works fine in on desktop for some reason, but if this is on touchscreen, you will have this as a child element of this window. You will not be able to drag. So let me show you. So for example, body here. So let's have another draggable component here. Oh, it's called child. So yeah, body, child. Hey. First we will teleport because outside of the body boundary. So we get back. So you will believe that even though it's body or I said whatever, HTML is better because HTML is with the whole document. So child body. So you will believe that you will be able to drag the child, but in fact you can't. It will just go together. So how do I fix it? Because I know that it will not be achievable if they have a parent and child relationship. So I just instead have a sibling relationship, which is here. So where is the content? It's here. So if touch device, I will have this element which is a sibling instead of child. And here, this is the content here. So the icon is actually a child element of the content, and the content is a sibling of the recycle window. So content here, recycle window here. So then in this way you can achieve the dragging and drop. Another thing I need to mention is, for some reason, let me look at the code again first. For some reason, so as I mentioned before, the property bounds for draggable is to, where is it? Is to define the boundary of what you can move. For example, if I set it as false, then you will be able to drag it outside, between the screen. And at first, because after I check the code here, if you put a string, you will use query selector. So I can just use HTML. But in fact, it doesn't work. There is a boundary on the top and on the left. And for some reason, there's no boundary at the bottom, even though the HTML is this size. So at the end, I overcome this problem by specifically define the boundary. So now, yeah, it's a boundary. So how do I do it? First, it's very important. We need to have the rect for the icon. So we set the boundary. We need to find out, so this is X, this is Y. So it means that we need to go a little bit further to the left, which is minus this X. So that's why I can move it here. So that's why we have dot X, and dot Y mean from this side. So we can travel from this area to this area. So remember, to the right is a positive value, to the left is negative value, to the top is a negative value, to the bottom is a positive value. So this is the distance. We have the value already. So this is the icon being rect. This is the icon being rect, this one. So icon being dot Y would be the distance from 0 to here. So minus Y will mean you can only go up to that distance. And in order to get this distance, how do we get it? So we have the document or the body width here, and then we have the icon width here, and also we have the X, which is here. So it means that we need to have the body width minus the icon width minus the X, which is here. And same for height. Body height minus the icon height minus Y. Dot Y, the icon rect dot Y. This is here. So XY is always this point, not this point, not this point, not this point. Oh, because actually this is the whole icon. So not this point, not this point, not this point. It is this point, X and Y here. So another thing I want to mention is about the recycle bin content on mobile device. So we should have a scrollTop here. This is very important, scrollTop. So here, it's all about illusion. So when we have the icon content, because the the window content, recycle content always follow the position of the window, of the recycle bin window. What is recycle bin window? Which is I have this as a window content. So the recycle bin content always follows the window content, which is this one. So window content. So window content here. So window content. Here, window content. Window content. So I use a touch move to keep checking the X and Y, so that the content will always follow the recycle bin content will also always follow the window content. So when you drag here, so you see it will always stay within the recycle bin window. The reason is because we have considered the value called scrollTop. So this is what does scrollTop mean? So when you're at the top of the document, the scrollTop is 0, and when you go down, the scrollTop will increase. It means the distance between the current here to the top of the document. So if you don't have the scrollTop, then you will move. So you will only be in the windows when you are at the top of the screen, but when you scroll down, or not scroll down, when you drag down using your finger or something, touch move, so you will go up. Actually it doesn't go up, it just stay in that document, the position only. So this is again an illusion that is actually an illusion. When you drag, the icon actually move, but because it moves at the same pace when you drag down, you have an illusion that it stays, but actually it is moving. And another effect I want to show you is so there's an order when you drag things into the bin. So when you first bin, you will first, and then second, and then third, and this is third. And you can also rearrange the order like this, like this, like this, like this. This is all illusion. This is my resume. Please have a chance and download it, because I'm currently looking for a job, so you can download it. This is my portfolio. This is my resume, and I have some experience working as a Ruby on Rails developer. And Oh, and also another effect or illusion I want to show you is the iFrame. So you may wonder, so here you can see I can click it, and then I can go to, I can click it, I can go to next page, I can click it. But what if people by mistake press the here, would it go to another page? The answer is no. It will not go. The reason is because I have set up a mask so that people cannot interact with this browser window when it's not inactive. So yeah, there's a barring screen. I can put it as web. So here you can see, so the screen is not here. It's only inactive when the window is not inactive, like this. So you will not be able to touch it. So it is very fun, don't you think so? I guess this should be okay. Fortunately, I have documented what I have learned as well in the README session, in the README file. So stop propagation and prevent default are very important. Oh, and also I learned a better way to retrieve the previous state by using something like this. And I remember when I first learned about React.js, I found state management is very fascinating. So I will just try using state whenever I want. But at the end, after I've spent so many time on my portfolio, I realized that there could be some delay when the state is passed from between elements, and such delay may affect user experience. Therefore, now I find that we should only use state when it's necessary. Actually, same as use effect as well. We should try to only use effect, use state only when necessary. Otherwise, it may compromise optimization and also the user experience. Oh, another thing is about the stacking order control with setIndex. Because each element will have their setIndex, so if they're all the same, it may affect the user experience. It may go to the bottom of another icon. So in order to make the setIndex of the dragging icon always higher than others, we have a function to set the index. So it will, the one that last drag would always be on top of another icon, just like this. And also, when you drag, it will on top of everything, like this, everything. Same with oh, I noticed there's a little bug that the setIndex of the recently dragged element didn't return to the the lower set index, but I will fix it later. So same with other windows. So here it will be always on top of something else. And then if you check my resume, it will have a warning message. And it will have a blue screen at the end. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoy working on this portfolio, and I'm happy to share what I've learned to the audience. I'm currently looking for a job, so if you know any job available and you think that job would suit me, please feel free to contact me. And if you love this video, or if you have any question, or if you want to discuss with me the drag and drop functionality, please feel free to leave a comment below the video, and you can also subscribe my channel too. Thank you for watching. Hope I will see you soon. Bye bye.